Oh, yeah.
Good morning. How is everybody? Let's see those flags, those waves in the chat. Where are you joining us from? What time is it where you are?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Maurizio. Good morning, Ian.
Hey guys, how you doing? Morning all.
I am really great, and I'm looking forward to this session today. Here we go then. Miami, Chicago, Houston. Who we got then? We got any Aussies that are in today? Texas, Denver, UK. Let's hear it for the
No
UK.
Aussies.
Hey, no, the is it bedtime in Australia? What time is it?
No, it's like
It is.
mid-morning. It's very convenient.
It's
Like it's
like
5:30 a.m. here.
it's
Nice.
9 o'clock here my time and Adelaide time. Should be like 9:30 in Sydney. So
Nice.
there you go.
But
Okay.
this is probably, well, in fact, it is the best trading setup that we've ever released to the public. This is, if any of you have been coming to for years and years and years to all our old day trading things, this is by far better than any of them. It's really good. Um,
Mhm.
it's an excellent trade with a positive expectancy. It's very forgiving to execute. It doesn't take long. It doesn't matter if you're a bit early, a bit late. It makes barely any difference. It's a uh, the edge is so strong here that you could trade this trade with your dick, right? Like all you have to do is broadly get in the area and hold it for an hour to 3 hours, somewhere between them. Even if it was a little less, even if it was 45 minutes or it was a little longer, 4 hours, it wouldn't make that much difference. It would make a little bit, but not much. So this is exactly an ideal trade just because you're going to be able to get the results that we get. Like it's not going to be like, oh, Maurizio was so good at this trade and he's an expert and he gets great results, but I suck because I'm a beginner and I get worse results. It's very, very it's a toddler's version of a trade, right?
I mean,
I
yeah,
know.
I think of it as like the clumsy man's trading, thinking of myself as the clumsy man, you know? Oh, look at that. It really is superb.
All right. You let me know when I can
Okay, we
crack
are
on
good
with
to
this.
go.
All
Let
right.
me
Let me share my screen. And today's webinar is about how to make your first $10,000 in crypto. And this is like going from zero to $10,000. And we're going to do that by taking advantage of the down market by using a setup that still works in a bull market, but it works just as well in a bear market. And we'll explain it a little bit as we go on. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, is it really possible to make a consistent 10K per month as a beginner? On these trades, yeah, it is. And I know, well, Bitcoin looks a bit better now, but even with the recent recovery, what are we? 93K, we're above all this unpleasantness. It looks like it's good to go again, but we're still a long way from where we were up at 125K. You'll see in a moment how down markets can actually be a good time to make easy money. There's an edge that gets stronger during down markets. So it works even when Bitcoin has crashed. And so let me give you a sneak peek of the results we've gotten even during the current market conditions. Um, so these are all from the last week, I think. Definitely from the last week. Mito, Mina, Phil, Zen, Velodrome, Flux. They're, Zero Bro was really good. We might do Zero Bro again today, I think. Pippin, AT, you can see they're all kind of shitty coins. Grass, like it's a shitty coin. Saga, never heard of it. SPX, it's a shitty coin. Prompt, it's a shitty coin. XAI, I think we might be doing XAI again today. Um, we're kind of shorting trash coins here. And when you talk about shorting shit coins, the clue is in the name. They are in fact shit, and they predictably go down at certain times. And we're going to take advantage of that. I'm going to show you exactly how we found these trades, so you can do the same. And it's all thanks to a market anomaly that happens at a specific hour. We have a lot of evidence in crypto that traders trade differently at different times of the day. this happens in this happens in stocks and futures as well, and FX. And it makes sense. You know, a trader on a desk who's turned up for work first thing in the morning trades very differently than a trader who's finished the day and is clocking off for the day. Traders trading systematically off daily charts mostly use the daily chart to trade, and everyone trades at the same time. And because of that, everyone trading around the daily close, things get pushed a little bit further and faster than they should, and they bounce in very, very predictable ways. In fact, this is why I started the presentation at this time. You might notice this is like an hour and a half earlier than we usually do these things, because in about probably about 40 minutes from now, we're going to do the trades. The markets are going to open up a window of opportunity. It's going to give us a way to execute a very predictable trade that makes very predictable money. How predictable is it? Well, I'm going to fucking do it live. And if I don't make money in front of you, well, I'll look like a fuckwit. Why not? It's that predictable. So you don't need to take a lot of risk with what I'm about to show you. You'll be out with your profits within 1 to 3 hours on every single one of these trades, which means that you're never stuck holding any coins that might end up worthless. So you're not holding some meme coin for months, watching it go down, bleed out every day. You're in and out 1 to 2 hours. Now, to execute these profitable trades, all you have to do is look for this green bar. From here on out, every time I want you to see this green bar, I want you to think money, because it means you can do the green bar trade and be out with your profits within a few hours. Of course, it doesn't happen with every single coin, but there's a simple way to filter it out. So you don't have to manually sift through 21,000 coins to figure out which ones you should be doing. Now, if you're a beginner just cutting your teeth on this stuff, this green bar trade I'm about to show you is repeatable, it's predictable, it makes really reliable profits. It's a Sharpe ratio as good as anything we've got in Hypertrend. It just doesn't have very much capacity, which is why it's not in Hypertrend. You couldn't run 10 million bucks in it. We've got a small amount of capital. It's suitable for day traders. It's suitable for guys who want to grind out 10 grand a month. And it works even when Bitcoin is down bad like it is now. So if you felt overwhelmed trying to understand the markets, trying to research coins, trying to figure out which ones are going to go up and which ones are going to go down, and if you want a trade that just works, whether the market's going up or down, make sure to stick around to see the live demonstration. Now, real talk, if I was a newbie starting out today, well, this is the best day trade that we have right now. This is the best in and out in an hour, predictable. This is the one if I was starting off with like a couple of $100, I'd be smashing this again and again and again until I built up 6 figures. That's what I'd be doing. So I'm also going to demonstrate this green bar trade live to you at exactly 11:15 p.m. UTC. Well, that'll be interesting, won't it? I'm a bit dopey. But that's kind of important. You want to see like I'm awake earlier than I usually get up. You want to see me do it under stress conditions. You want to see me do it so that it might take a minute, maybe 2 minutes to do. You want to see that it's not taking an hour. You want to see that there's not a lot of complicated calculations. Well, in fact, there's no calculations. You want to see for yourself that making consistent money from crypto is not only possible as a beginner, it's actually pretty easy. Now, my goal for you by the end of today is for you to see a clear path forward to making your first 10K from crypto and give you the confidence and skills you need to make 10K every single month afterwards. Sound good? All right. We still have some time until that trading hour hits us. So let me quickly introduce myself for anyone who's new here. I'm Scott Phillips. This is me. I look like a gorilla. My wife is much better looking than me, and I have a beautiful kid. This is where we have a holiday home on the Noosa River in Australia, but I live in Phuket, Thailand, also on an island. I've been trading crypto. I've been trading for 20 years. I was a TradFi trend follower. I'm a very well-known systematic trend follower. I trained under billionaire traders like Ed Seykota and Van Tharp, and I also do some, I guess you call it shitcoin slinging. With 90% of my portfolio is in our automated systems, but I use a small amount of my portfolio to take what you'd call long shot bets. And I made $3 million in 2 trades in some lesser known markets last not 2025, 2024. And I'm really good at finding niche but profitable trades. Oh, these are small old screenshots. Okay, so look at this one. This was December 9th, 2023. We bought this coin Cock Inu. And then a couple of days later, it was like 70 grand. This is P&L on an account I did. Yeah, I had a pretty good run there. I was just shitcoin slinging. Yeah. I bought Bitcoin when it was $4, $4.21 actually. I had 1,000 Bitcoins on average. And stupidly, I sold them at $21. It went up to $33, went back down, and I puked and sold my Bitcoins. I only kept 9 of them. And that's a very painful lesson for me. That's a very, very painful lesson for me. I turned 40K to 770K in the last bull run. I like to lift heavy things, by the way. And more recently, I turned 5 grand into $1.3 million as a challenge with a full fund side account, basically by buying memes in the early stages of the meme coin run. I bought Retardio when it was nothing, and then it was $500,000, and I bought I bought a lot of things. I was trading a lot of shit coins in 2024. Because I bought a house and I wanted to pay for it. I didn't want to get a loan, and the house is almost finished. It's about 2 months from being finished, and it's the house that shitcoins built. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I've recently put together a group of elite traders to find trading edges in the market. We really do have a group of elite traders here. Our goal was to find trades that are repeatable, make money whether the market goes down or up. Each time someone found an edge, we'd all test it together to see how easy it was to execute, how consistent it was. And of those trades, this green bar trade, this is by far the best retail-friendly man with a mouse trade that we have, by far. And so while my guys were digging, they found a weird anomaly in the market. So I'll give you a little sneak preview on what we're doing. Is we're shorting the 5 strongest coins from our 00 to 2300, and we're holding them for 1 hour. That's what we're doing. Holding them for 2 hours. Sorry. And it's a very, very consistent and smooth income curve over the last 6 months. You can do it over the weekend as well. The weekend is more money, but higher drawdowns. So for me, the weekday trade, just during the week and taking the weekday off, is probably the way right now. So certain coins would jump in price at a specific hour. And so this is and 1 to 3 hours after, they'd crash back down to the original price. So this is our 2300 UTC, which is about 40 minutes ago, 18 minutes time from now. And you can see that prices go down pretty strongly from here to here. So what we're not going to try and do is like be cute and get like 23 here and hold it exactly for here. We're trying to get on about here. And, this is a very sledgehammer of a trade. If you got out anywhere between here and here and here, you'd be totally fine. The results wouldn't mess you. Even if you got in as late as here and as late as here, no real difference. There would be a bit more noise, but not much. So we have a very strong timing effect. In fact, this pattern repeated so often. 2 of my traders, Artem and Maurizio, who's on the call with us, they started shorting these outlier coins. Artem's been doing it in his PA, and so has Maurizio for the last month or so. They started making a lot of money, like a lot, because each time they timed the crash, generally 1 or 2 things would happen. One, either the coin would overreact and crash even harder, giving us massive profits within a matter of hours, or it would revert back to its original price, which gives us a solid return. So the returns from these trades are 2 types. One is just little wins, and then every now and again you get a bigger win when the market dumps. Because you can stack multiple trades like this daily, we do 5 at the same time, right? Even if you're starting with a small grub stake, you can keep executing these trades until you build your way up to a 6-figure portfolio. And we'll show you how in a minute. From there, it's pretty easy to make $10,000 every month from crypto. So why does this trade work? What you're seeing here is something we call mean reversion. Now, it's pretty simple to understand. Halfway through the day, people look at a list of coins anywhere and they'll go, okay, let's sort them by. So these are the top coins for the day so far. And they start to get interested in what's going up. What's the daily runner? What can I buy? What can I ape? What's the move? What's the move? So these coins that have gone up a lot are just really naturally more attractive buys. Now, I think that's important for people to understand. So can you just put in the chat, can people understand that if a coin halfway through the day, if a coin's gone up a lot, you're probably more likely to buy that coin if you're looking through a list of coins to buy. Does everyone get that? So what happens is, because people are looking at top coin lists, top volume lists, top gainer lists, you know, some gambling addict, crypto trader, degen is looking for a coin that he wants to make a big move. He doesn't want to have a small move. I want a big move. I'm a big baller shot caller, and he's going to naturally gravitate towards these coins that are showing a lot of strength. So no, actually, we're not chasing the trade. What we're doing is, about halfway through the day, people start to get excited and buy more and more and more and more of those coins. They tend to overshoot. So what we're doing here is we're waiting. Most people sell their trade. Most people who are day traders sell their trades at the end of the day. When's the end of the day? The end of the day is 0000 GMT. So we have a very predictable effect. If someone's got a day trading win, they're probably going to cash out at the end of the day. And that's what we're doing. We're riding the selling, the predictable selling from winning day traders. And those winning day traders are price insensitive traders. They've already got a win. They're up big for the day. They don't give a fuck if it goes down a little bit. They just want out. They want to go spend the winnings. So during the day, people buy the coins that are showing strength. But the top few coins, they get a little carried away. And if we look at it today, you know, Maavia is up 30% in a day. Like, yeah, that's a little bit carried away, right? Like really, that's a bit carried away. Traders get excited heading into the daily close and they pay too much. This creates a very predictable mean reversion effect around the daily close at 0000 UTC. So if you're new to crypto and trading, see that each bar is a daily bar. This bar will end and a new bar will start in an hour and 13 minutes time. There is a lot of action around around the close of that daily bar. There's a lot of price insensitive trading. There's a lot of people who want to get positioned before the next day. So we've got a very predictable mean reversion effect from about the hour before this daily chart candle happens to about 2 hours after. And the best part of it is between 0 and 1. That's the absolute best part of it. If you had to pick it, it would be that. But anywhere just after 2300 is pretty good too. So today we're gonna come in here and we're probably gonna set it to exit there. Now, mean reversion as a trading strategy has been around well more than 100 years. I'm not in Australia right now. I can tell you it's 5:48 a.m. in Thailand. 0000 UTC is in 1 hour and 12 minutes time. In the crypto world, mean reversion can trigger within a matter of hours. So typically mean reversion effects play out over about 1 to 2 hours, allowing you to make fast money. But rather than tell me how it works, let me just show you. So this coin Resolve, this is one of our winning trades. So we entered the trade a little past 11 p.m. UTC. So this is the end of the day. We shorted it and we got out about an hour later. you can see that we got out quite early. If we had held it for another hour, we would have made about the same money. We would have made a little bit more at first, a little bit less, and then about the same money. So the meaty part is generally this first hour. Now, how do we know that this coin isn't just going to keep going up? Well, the trick is to look at the trading volume. See this green bar that shoots up? This is our signal that this coin is being aped into, it's being pushed far from fair value. I'll go into the quanting behind it later. The reason this is an important clue because these graphs paint a picture. What most people don't realize is that almost every single crypto exchange and major trading software all default to 0000 UTC as the standard time zone. So what I mean is exactly this. We get a new candle that starts a new candle in an hour and 10 minutes. So that means the majority of traders are trading around that time. And if we look, let me add some volume. Okay. You can see that the volume really clusters around these. And it becomes very predictable. This is, I don't know how to do the time conversion in my head. It's a bit too early for that for me. So that means the majority of traders do trade the daily charts. Intraday traders check the daily charts first. Longer term traders trade primarily off the daily charts. Systematic traders like FINREV trade off the daily charts. Like the daily charts are where it's at. For any market, whether it's crypto or stocks, the end of day candle is what people watch. When you combine these two facts, the UTC time zone and the end of day candles, this is where we make our money. Because coins that get aped into right before midnight are statistically likely to crash right as it pushes into the next day. Why? Because people have looked at the top gainer list for the day and they go, I want to buy a coin, I want to buy a coin. What's got the hot action? And they buy the thing that's got the hot action, which has already had its action. You know, it's up, and the people who are up big, if you're up 30% on a coin in a day, you've got to be smart and take some profits. And it's very predictable. It happens because traders tend to ape in on the end of day candle. And these spikes in volume usually cause a selling cascade to happen just after. You can see it with our resolve trade here. There's a big green bar of volume before that, before the end of day, and a big selling cascade that happens with the red bars, big selling cascade. All we do is go short on this. So let's be clear. What we're doing is we're taking a handful of coins and we're going short the same amount to make it easy. And we're going short, clicking sell, 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 sell. And then we're walking away. We're not trading a stop loss. We haven't got a target. We're just doing the very broadest, the very simplest caveman trade that we could do on this, which is, I'm going to go short and then I'm going to come back in an hour and I'm going to get out of my short. We're not trying to get cute at all in any way, shape, or form of this. What we're doing is we're having the very simplest expression that we can possibly have of this trade. The very simplest, the very hardest to fuck up, what you'd do if you didn't, what we're doing is what you'd do if you didn't really know how to trade. No stop loss. If it goes up, well, sometimes it's going to go up in an hour, but we're not holding this thing for a week. So like, it's much better with no stop loss. Stop losses are pain in the ass. You have to decide where to put them. Sometimes it hits your stop loss and then the trade would have won. It's just a complicated thing that reduces profits. I'll show you how to short in a minute, Stephen. Okay, so we're out with our profits between 1 and 3 hours from when we entered the trade. This is an observable edge that we back tested over thousands and thousands of trades, and we traded it live for thousands and thousands of trades. It works even when Bitcoin crashes in price. It worked especially well when Bitcoin crashed. If you'll notice, The time that Bitcoin crashed this week was exactly that end of day time. So time here. Oh, this is set in. Yeah, this was 000 UTC. So you can see that when things crash and when things pump, they tend to happen around like the action is around the daily close. Now it works because we're shorting these coins, which means we make money when the coin price goes down, which is happening a lot these days. It makes it a perfect way for beginners to make money from crypto, even during current market conditions. So when we see this type of graph, it means we can short the trade. Short means betting that the coin will go down. More often than not, you end up with a profitable trade after 1 to 2 hours. We can repeat this one trade over and over. Here's a bunch of trades that we tested with real money. Mito, Mina, God, shitcoin. Phil, shitcoin. Flux, even worse. Velodrome, it's a shitcoin. Zen, it's a shitcoin. You can see that, there's a common theme here. Pippin, Zerobro. These are not the future of money, guys. These are not blue chips. I'd never even heard of this piece of shit. So what we're doing is taking advantage of this mean reversion effect around the daily close. We're taking advantage of it, of the inherent shittiness of these shit coins, to short them back down. I wouldn't use leverage on this. How do we know if it's a shit coin? Well, anything that you've never heard of at all is almost certain. Zerobro, Pippin, like if you've never heard of those, they're a shit coin. So if we look at these ones, Grass, SPX, which is not the S&P 500, Prompt, Saga, NXPC, whatever they are, they're all shit coins. Notice how all these trades were short positions that gave us profit. So all we're doing is we're taking the coins that have gone up the most, and there's a bit of maths behind the scenes called we vol adjust and vol normalize all the coins together, and we short the ones with the highest vol adjusted log returns, which is a bit of maths that you won't understand, which they told me not to tell anyone. So notice how all these trades were short positions. We make money when the coin price goes down. Making money when coin price goes down is much easier than the other way. To give you a quick run through on one of the trading days we had recently, we went short on Resolve, which you've seen, but on the same day we also shorted NXPC, and you can see the same green bar spike, the same short. You get in, hold it for an hour. If you held it for another hour, it wouldn't have been that bad. Then on MET, we actually ended up with a slight loss. Like you get quite a lot of these like small piddling losses. And there's a bit of conflicting activity when the buyers brute force the coin up. So it doesn't work 100% of the time. No trades are. It does work more often than not, and that's enough to make good money every single month. Maurizio, if you can publish the win-loss ratio and the statistics that are being asked for in the chat. Nothing held back today. So this is enough to make good money every single month. To finish the day off, we had Prompt, where you can see the green bar again. It was up a lot over the day, and because it was up a lot over the day, people started shorting it early. But we still got in for this like nice meat of the move. If we held it a bit longer, we would have got a bit more. But and remember, when you see the green bar, I want you to think money, and that got us our winner here. I wanted to show you these trades to be transparent. Yeah, I reckon you could grind this up with I think this is one you could grind up with a few $100. Yeah, if you're careful, the smaller your accounting start size is, the more careful you have to be and the more professional you have to be. If you're starting with $100, you have to be absolutely super professional. If you're starting with $1,000, you be a bit more sloppy with it. If you're starting with 10 grand, you can fuck around a bit and find out. So there's no such thing as a system that that trades with 100% accuracy. As long as you can win relatively consistency, shift the odds in your favor. It's not a crystal ball, guys. It's just a very broad statistical tendency that we're taking advantage of. You'll end up with a profit. It's easy to repeat over and over. You don't need to do any research on these coins because we don't care. All we care about is volume in the end of day trading activity. It's just a mechanical effect around the end of the day. That's all we need to make profits. All right. So I'm going to bring on Maurizio at this point to talk about the trades a little bit and then actually execute them live for you. We're not quite ready, are we, Maurizio?
No, not just yet. We're almost there. Probably in about 3 or 4 minutes, we'll get the automated list that actually is going to give us a really good, the ones that we want to trade. So yeah, right now
guys,
it's 00 hours, right?
Whoever doesn't know Maurizio's I mentored you back in 2020, right? You've been a full-time
Yep.
trader, and specifically a day trader. Since then, you make your living from this. You have done through that horrific 2022 bear market. I've seen crypto hurt this man's feelings, and he's bounced back stronger. And he's our best guy in the order book.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's crypto's brutal, man. And you know what I love about this system is you don't think. And that's basically a strategy that you have no idea how much peace of mind it gives you, because it's a predictable edge, right? And if you execute this and you don't do anything else, you do make money. You know what I mean?
You've had a few losing trades. What I find, and I'm interested if you find it, when I have a losing trade and a systematic trade, it doesn't hurt my feelings because I just blame the system. It's not me. It's just,
Exactly.
the fucking system's got to have losing trades, no problem. But when it's me and I pick a coin and the coin goes down, I'm like, oh, you fucking cunt, Scott. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Why'd you fucking do it? Why'd you fucking do it?
Tell me about it. And that's the tough part of our discretionary stuff, right? Like that you cannot sleep. If you make a wrong decision, then you second guess yourself. You know what I mean? And you do make mistakes. So a systematic,
you turn into an asshole and you start trading like an asshole. You go until.
So this type of systems, I love them, man. And you should have it in if you're a trader and this is the only system that you have, that's great. But if you do have all the systems, this is a must because this is the predictable stuff that you could repeat again and again and again and again and again. And you're not going to fuck it up because at the end of the day, it's so simple, man. And I love it.
I kind of like the idea of having your monthly nut met by this system, like making 5 or 10 grand a month of like expense money. Like, so as a trader, I've got millions and millions of dollars at risk. Like on my systematic trading across TradFi and crypto, I sometimes have 7-figure monthly drawdowns.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've
had multiple times when I've lost $1 million in a month, and multiple. You can't trade big amounts of money without that. But just having a regular bit of grinded out money that's like low risk, small amount of effort, safe and consistent, like that's worth a lot. It's worth a lot more than the 10 grand is.
I recommend, and peace of mind is definitely worth more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend Hyperliquid, guys. It's by far the best exchange for guys like us. You don't have to do any of that KYC, show us your passport, fucking tap in the email code bullshit.
The good thing about the system as well on Hyperliquid, you can actually trade it on Bybit as well or Binance. But the good thing about trading on Hyperliquid is that you do get volume as well. So every day you consistently trade, and because you trade, either you win or you don't, you create volume. And if Hyper is going to give us the second airdrop, I think this is another added bonus of this system is the trading on Hyperliquid. So regardless, Hyperliquid creates volume, creates consistent profit. So it's a really win-win system at the end of the day. How's your list coming up? Still loading. So we still have 2 minutes to go. So obviously it takes a little bit of time to actually do the whole list. So I'll pimp you when it's ready.
So, so what we're doing is we're taking the strongest coins. We're adjusting the coins so that they're the same volatility, because Bitcoin has less volatility than some meme coin. We're adjusting them all so they're the same, and we're taking the coins that have gone up the most in the hours from the start of the day to 2300, and then we're shorting them. That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, it takes about 6-7 minutes, probably around like 8 minutes after the 00 hours, we get the main list. So we'll still load in. I'm gonna wait a little bit more, 2 minutes more.
Okay, let me take a quick look at the market so we can have an idea of what we're gonna see experience. So, in your experience, how close, before we get the numbers, how close are they to these top lists from Hyperliquid?
So probably 2 out of the top ones or 3 out of the top ones, they get into the list. So obviously we're doing much more math than a simple 24-hour change.
Yep.
Because that 24-hour change, it doesn't take volume into account. It doesn't take the whole market into account.
Correct.
It doesn't take all the math that we do behind the scenes. So, yeah. So that's basically, it's just an idea, but at the end of the day, we do populate a list of 10 tokens that you would basically pick 5 out of them and you trade them. So
I mean, that looks like an ideal thing to show.
that looks, I think that might be in the list.
I'm pretty certain about it. Do you trade Anthropic and these type of things, or are they too?
Now that's brand new, like the USDH.
That's
is
what I mean.
is the new stable coin for Hyperliquid. So we don't do that. We only do the USDC perps, which is the more liquid stuff. The USDH is still illiquid because it's new, but the interesting thing, I think, is going to become a little bit more liquid. You can actually trade the same edge with those coins as well once it becomes liquid in the future. So yeah. So at the moment, we're only USDC. It's running now, so in 2 minutes exact, we'll get the list.
All righty. Well, I'm going to stop my share and hand it over to you, and you can execute that.
All right, let me just share my screen. All right, do you guys see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. So essentially, we should be receiving a list here on Mighty Networks. There we go. So we do have 2 lists that get populated. If you trade on Binance or Bybit, you can use this one, or if you trade Hyperliquid, you can use this one. So this is the list that we need to do. There you go. Mavia, VVV, AVAX, Cerebro, CRV, right? So let's pick the first 5. So we got Mavia, VVV, AVAX, Cerebro. So we go one by one. We do have a size calculator if you don't, if you want to use it, but essentially we trade a $10,000 account. We divide it by 5 trades. If your account is bigger, because sometimes it gets, the position size as you compound every day. Let's say you make money today, so next day you're gonna be 11,000 or some. You start compounding on a day-to-day basis. So for the time being, we're going to do $2,000 trades, and we start with Mavia. So let's bring up Mavia, right? The way that we execute this, there you go. That's by the way, that's the 5 minutes. You can actually see a pop-up sort of going up. Volume looks good. We're going to start creating limit orders. And for those ones that don't know, we do create limit orders because we pay less fees. And because the edge is sensitive to fees, the less fees you pay, the more money you make. So we're going to do a $2,000 trade, and we're going to short this one, right? And I'm just going to start. We can go in detail. I'm just going to go quickly in terms of executing this thing, and then I can go and answer some questions if you guys have. So place the order.
Oh, son, smash it out.
There you go. So now we got filled on that one. VVV. The fuck is VVV? I have no idea. So shitty.
It's
So many shitty coins, man.
It's a dead meme. Oh, that looks like a great short. Kill that thing.
There you go. So there you go. Place that order.
Are you trying to not cross the spread here, or are you just marking it while ordering it?
Probably 2 levels up. Because obviously
2 levels up.
Yeah, because if you cross the spread, you're gonna get charged taker fees. So you know.
I mean, even 2 levels up is getting a bit cute.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I understand why you're doing it. You're like it's good. It's good trading from you. It's good trading from you. I'm usually sloppier than that. I usually just like bang it in.
There you go. You can do market orders, but then obviously this is the perfect way to Cerebro. There you go. So Cerebro is now going nuts. So, ideally, this one is going to all right. So we only got one place order. Ooh, look at this. First time the limit order will be canceled after resting because the open interest is capped. You get interesting shit that happens here. Okay.
Open interest is capped because.
Interesting. All right, so we move on to the next one.
Do you want to just try that one again? I want to see that one.
Yeah.
Before. That makes me want to get in.
I know, me too. What that means is that there's a lot of push into the upside.
Can you sell at market?
Let's go on market. So Cerebro, let's go at market. Yep. There you go. At market, you got filled. We got filled. Now. Interesting. Current increase position when open interest is at cap. Wow. First time I actually see this stuff.
First time I see this stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna finish it off?
Yeah, I'll go with the CRV and BCH. So we get our 5 trades in. And let's go at market this once. So we make a quicker execution. 2000.
Wow, that's a great looking trade. I fucking love that.
There you go. I went in market, make it fast, and BCH, she's our last one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have one open order, which is VVV, and then BCH. That's our last one. And I'll go on market on this one as well. So we just execute fast. There you go. Done. Okay, there we go. So we got all trades filled, AVAX, CRV, VCH, Mavia. We'll check sizes. There you go. We still have an open order, which is VVV. You do get this sometimes when you actually get, I probably did it twice.
Did you get a partial fill on something?
You got a partial fill. So when you do get limit stuff, right? Sometimes there's not enough order. There's not enough liquidity to fill you. So I'm only filled to $136 instead of the 2,000. So what you could do, I'm just gonna cancel this and fill the remaining at market. So VVV, so it's around 1,800.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that VVV order book now. That's definitely just the HLP in there. There's no real market makers in there.
There you go. So we're gonna go 1,700, give it a take, because we're gonna fill our product size. But you can actually you can actually check the order book sizes here. That's more advanced traded, but for the time being, let's just do a market order to fill the rest. There we go. Now we fill the rest. So technically,
so a couple of things. We've got 5 short trades open now. We're short in AVAX, Bitcoin Trash, CRV, Mavia, and VVV, and um, I'm gonna take over, and then we're gonna come back and revisit these and close them, hopefully for some
Yeah.
profit. Let's see.
We are already on profit on Mavia. We are already on profit on these ones. So.
Of course we are. Of course we are.
All right.
So-
Stop the sharing.
So typically, in the next 2 or 3 hours, we'll be closing them out and taking home any profits. You'll note that we're not doing a target. We're not saying, I think it's going to go from here because of fib levels or this indicator or that indicator. You're not getting cute and fancy with it. You're just saying it's probably noisily on average going to go down over the next couple of hours. Let's stay in for about an hour and get out, in a leisurely basis. We're taking the very simple ape caveman version that you could possibly imagine of this trade. And of course, there's going to be a few losing trades here and there. But on average, I'll make a lot more than I lose. By doing this every week, you can easily stack up a small grub stake into making 10K a month. You've seen how easy it is. This makes it perfect for beginners. Like, Maurizio, how is this as a beginner trade compared to, say, the crypto salary system that you used to trade?
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like hands-on. Like if you never traded, I think this is the most stupid way to trade, to be honest. I love it. I love it, man. It's like, out of now this system has become my baseline. If I don't make it, if I don't make it like on my discretionary trading more than that I make here, it's no point to do anything else.
Do you
know
feel
what I'm saying?
do you feel a bit stupid trading a trade that's like so stupid?
I know. It is.
Ian, if you traded this?
Yeah, I certainly have. That's why I described it as like a clumsy man's trade, because, you turn up, I put the trades on, and then I go away. I don't look at it. I don't try to get clever. I don't look to see it. I just go away. I come back, I take it off, and I'm like, well, why can't it be like this every day,
And you know what? You'll be surprised. And something that I think, obviously, this is just something that I think is not part of what we have done. But then the fact that there's so many shitcoin creating every single day, right? The edge is going to perpetuate. The more shitcoins they create, the better the edge will work. So.
Exactly. So, like, because they keep making shitcoins keep going to zero. Does someone in the chat want to put one of the big meme coins that came out a couple of years ago or last year? No. One of the really trashy ones, like the Libras or I don't know. Pick one. You guys pick one. Retardio. Well, you guys want to fucking hurt my feelings, I guess. It's actually, that's the contract. So here we go. And
Scott, you're not sharing the screen.
Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, where am I? Okay. I bought in here. I sold some here. I sold some here. Here, I got so excited that I took a fucking screenshot. So I bought 2 grand worth. I sold 50 grand worth, sold another 50 grand worth. So I had a 50 bagger on my trade, but at here, this was 500 grand. And you can see exactly what's happened. It has not been a good trade for me. This is not my finest hour. This has not covered me in glory. So these meme coins, they have their moment in the sun, but they're all destined to die. Anyway, let's get back on track. You've seen how easy it is. This makes it perfect for beginners to pick up, start trading immediately. So whether you want to build up your capital or you want to replace your job, this is a very good, Maurizio, would you say this is a like we used to use the crypto salary system as a job replacement
Mhm.
trade. Would you say
Yeah.
this is better than that?
I recommend 1,000 times better, and there are so many other tools to actually execute this faster. This is the highway. This is the
Yeah.
highway, and it took me like 2 minutes, right? There are easier way to actually execute this thing, and it's gonna take you seconds, right? So obviously, in my view, I think this is one of the greatest systems, easiest systems because of the simplicity. Like, how do you know a system is good? Or you can actually trade and make money, but if you spend 12 hours like I do, and my wife is not happy, now I have a baby and they're not happy.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
so if you, that's why I love this, because at the end of the day, it's 1 hour. Something to be mindful of this, emotionally speaking, is that sometimes you will see a lot of these coins actually just going the opposite direction after you close them, right? And that's normal because obviously, but then what we try to do here is to get that meat. That's it. So you have to keep your mind in check. That's the only thing
So
that you need
you're
to be aware of,
so
right?
so what so am I clear in saying that it's fucking with your head a little bit when you get out and then it keeps going down after you get out and you would have held more by holding for a bit longer?
Well, because I'm a discretionary trader by nature, right? And I'm looking for the opportunities. I'm looking for those opportunities to actually,
Do you override it and try and get cute or
no,
do you,
no, with this one, man, no fucking way.
oh
That
really?
I have it. No, I'm very like when I trade systematic, I'm very strict with that. When I trade discretionary, that's a different aspect of it, right?
So this is a very important thing for guys who are not experienced traders. When you're trading discretionary, you're trading on vibes and experience and instinct and gut feel. Well, you got to listen to your instinct and gut feel. Um, but when you're trading systematic, you got to let all of your experience and instinct and 20 years doing this go. You just got to like follow the rules. Like you've got to make it caveman simple.
mhm. And obviously, that I will suggest if you do trade, have different portfolios like we do. You know what I mean? Like we sort of preach that don't put all the baskets, all your eggs in one basket. So we do have the FinRev system. We have this one. We have all the stuff. So if my discretionary trading is not working, I know that this one long term will work. And so forth. Same thing with FinRep, you know what I mean? So if you do have your portfolio divided into different baskets, you sleep better at night, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and that's
we
important.
so just checking in quickly, we can see that VVV has started to go down. What were the other things that we had? We had VCH.
We have VCH, we have CRV,
Yeah, BCH is going down. We had
we have
CRV.
AVAX.
Okay, so where do we get in for CRV? We got in like here, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's almost ready, and you'll find that
Yeah, that looks good.
yeah,
I'm very happy with that. Fucking AVEX. God. Oh, that looks great. That looks great. That looks really great.
and we're
Um,
very close. We're still 45 minutes out from the closing day. You know what I mean? So we're still kind of 1 hour out, 1 hour and a half out. So we still, have a lot, yeah, long
yeah,
time to go.
I'm feeling. How are you feeling about today's trades?
They look okay. Let me just share my screen. And
Oh yeah, whoa, here we are. We're all in profit already. 5 from 5.
uh, and this is something, guys. Sometimes you might not see that. You make 1,000 or $2,000 in one day, but the compounding effect on a very small sort of profitable, you're gonna get crazy days that you do get really good profit, but then the small things compounded. So our best trade so far is Mavia. So let's have a look at Mavia. Yep. So Mavia looks good. And be mindful that at this time you're gonna get a lot of fuckery because a lot of rebalancing. That this is the edge that we're playing, right? So obviously don't it's going to go out, going to go down, will go out, going to go down until
And
probably towards the end.
they're not football. So let's talk a little bit about how you think about this emotionally. There's a tendency to treat it like a football team and cheer for it. It's not a fucking it's not a fucking football team. It doesn't know you own it. doesn't know anything about you. You're not being disloyal to the community when you get out. You're not, it's just a thing that you do, and then you do a really other simple thing, and you take advantage of price insensitive traders.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right,
Correct.
let's keep moving. If you just if you want to replace your job, or if you just want some side income that makes you consistent money every month, these green bar trades are what I would use if I was just starting out today. Now, you could go off and do this on your own. It's very easy to do. I've shown you the exact trades, what we're doing. You don't need to do all the fancy vol adjusting stuff. You could just do a top list on Hyperliquid. It would get you 80% of the way there. Like, we're doing it with proper maths and vol adjusted and log returns, and we do the proper quant maths of it, which is probably beyond everyone, but it's really only another 20% better. We've shown you the exact trades, the exact timing, the filtering mechanisms we're using. If you're currently not making at least 10K a month from trading, you probably want a bit more guidance. So for those who want a guided experience, who want to do it with us, I've opened up my private group of elite traders so you can join too. And it's called Your First 10K from Crypto, YF10, Your First 10K. And I think that's a great name and exactly what it should be. So how do we take a tiny, teensy tiny account and turn it into something meaningful and make some income? Because I'm opening this group up specifically for people who aren't making at least 10,000 a month from their crypto trades, this green bar trade I've shown you is the easiest path forward to making your first 10K. And then 10K every month after that. 10K a month is 120K a year, which is more than what most people make with their day jobs. As always, my goal is to get you to a place where you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, for as long as you want, and not worry about money. That's what I want. So that's what I want for you. So whether you want to replace your income with something you can do from home so you can spend more time with your family, or you want to retire your spouse, have side income to travel the world, or if you just want a life where you never worry about money, where you can pay for most things you want without looking at the price tag. And that's my life. Like, I live in Thailand, so nothing costs much money, but I find a great joy in never ever caring what things cost. I never look. So I brought home a steak the other day. My wife said, "Oh, steak really good. How much it costs?" I was like, "I don't check that stuff. You know me. I'm not even. I refuse to even look at the prices on anything. I just buy the shit that I want, and that's a lovely way to be. That's the sole focus of this Your First 10K group. I'm opening up this community to gather like-minded people, hand them the tools, the mentorship, the guidance you need to get to your first 10K from crypto. We'll be sharing all of our trade alerts in this group. It'll be like a paint by numbers thing. Exactly what we did here with Maurizio. These are daily trade alerts that tell you exactly which coins to buy and which to sell. And our trading experts will also host a live trading call each week, and they'll do it live. So you can join them and click the buttons at the same time, and you can literally shadow Maurizio's every move. But once a week, you'll be grabbing a beer and some snacks and then logging it. Well, if it's the right time, it's breakfast time for me. I'll be grabbing some coffee when I see you.
Right. Coffee. Yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee.
for sure. I'm double fisting coffee this morning. And then log into the live call and we'll all be making money together. It's kind of like watching a game of football or having a UFC night with your mates. I like trading on the live calls, Maurizio. Do you?
I love it, man.
A bunch of people.
I love it. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we do evolve in terms of executing. Markets change, markets shifts, price action changes. So,
and there's things too, right? Like there's subtle things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's a lot of the execution side of things as well.
We've glossed over it and made it look a little bit easier than it is. I've put the most favorable marketing spin on it. The truth is, you can squeak a little bit extra out of it by being cute. Is that about right?
Yeah, I try not to, but you could definitely. But it's hard, man. It's one of those things that because the edge will provide you different sides. That obviously when we do a live group, then we can take advantage of different things that we can see in the market as well.
So what Maurizio is getting at is, you see this order book here. These are all the people willing to buy and sell. And if I saw that as a discretionary trader, I'd go, whoa, that's a very wide quote. That's a thin book. I'd probably place my order here and then hope to get filled. There's a few little experience things like that. Oh, AVAX is starting to work. Fuck yeah. So it's just like a get together with the boys thing, except we're trading, making a bunch of money. My goal is to make this live call the highlight of your week, because when you jump on the live calls, you know you're going to come out the other end with a fat stack of cash. Well, maybe not even a fat stack, maybe just a consistent, like grindy income stack that you can take to the bank. Of course, if you're busy and you don't have time to join the live calls, we'll be sharing all the recorded calls and coin alerts in the group so you don't have to miss out. You could perfectly well do this with leverage. As long as if you did it with leverage, I would say you'd want to sit in front of the screen though. That's the only thing I would say. When I do it without leverage, I take the trade and then I set an exit order and then I fuck right off.
I agree.
Do you do it that way?
Yeah, I agree. Because this is the baseline system, you can create another side of things and do it with leverage. More aggressive, and with the tools that we have, you can.
It makes no difference. How much leverage would you use before you would say that you have to sit in front of the screen?
I will say tops 3x tops.
That's what
and I have to actually sit in front of the screen. Why? Because you with leverage, the problem is that we don't have any stop losses. So you have you have to be mindful in terms of how your whole portfolio is looking in terms of all your shorts, because one coin that it doesn't go the way we want to go, it could fuck you out completely. So it's more manual work, it's more stressful, but that could be really profitable, right? So
if you're starting off with a very small account, you'd use leverage, honestly, because otherwise it's not going to be worth your time. If you're starting off with $100, I'd use probably 5-to-1 leverage, but I'd watch it. 3-to-1 is about where it's safe. It just depends what you want to. If you want to grind it up hard, you gotta pay attention. But you get real-time alerts in the group. It's really easy to set up notifications. So you get this like little notification. These are your 5 trades, and you're sitting there scrolling Facebook or whatever, and jump on and you go bang, 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 like Maurizio did, except it's much easier when he does it without having to explain it. So even if you can't make the live call, you just follow the alerts, make the trades from your phone. It doesn't matter if you're a bit late. That's a really good point. Generally speaking, there's a fairly generous window of time with these green bar trades. So if you've missed a call, but you see the trade notification on your phone, would you still do this like 45 minutes later?
Depends, because if I like, ideally you want to enter like if you see that the coin already went down, I wouldn't enter. You know what I mean? Like it's things that you have to be positioned before the rebalancing, before the edge happens. Otherwise, there is always next day. You know what I mean? So obviously, there's always next day to trade. If you miss one day, it doesn't matter, man.
You missed it. You missed this bus. There's another bus coming along tomorrow. Don't worry about it. We got 5 buses a day. Shut the fuck up. Doesn't matter. It's that kind of thing. It's not a super serious, like you have to do it this way or you're not going to make any money kind of thing. It's like if you do it even 70% of the way that Maurizio's doing it, you're going to make pretty good money. So if you miss the call but you see the trade notification, if you're within 30 minutes, I'd still do it most of the time.
Definitely. Definitely.
Even an hour, I'd probably still do it most of the time. You never have to miss out. But of course, it's way more fun if you can make the live call. Like I would recommend jumping on the live call, making contact with guys who are doing the same thing. You can keep in touch. Hey, dude, how good was that fucking AVAX trade this morning? Fuck yeah. Taking the wife to lunch. Like it's just good to celebrate wins with the bros.
And not only that, the live calls, and that's something that I learned, like that was, enjoy our mentorship, Scott, is mindset. Even though this system is very simple to execute, sometimes people that have no experience, they say, oh, I'm going to hold it more. I'm going to go long, or, you know what I mean? Like if you get in the live call and you share your mistakes and stuff like that, getting your mindset right around executing a systematic trade is priceless, man. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we just, want to do more than we shouldn't. And someone to keep you in check is actually it's good to have, man.
I remember I remember getting all kinds of stupid ideas about what I thought was going to happen, and us checking each other, right? Hey, dude, you don't really, did you pick the top? Because you probably, if you didn't, you're probably not qualified to pick the bottom. So shut the fuck up and just like you embrace the uncertainty. And in those live calls, you get direct mentorship from Maurizio and Artem. Artem is do you know his story?
No.
He's a Ukrainian refugee with
Right.
a
Yes,
master,
yes, yes.
a master's in mathematics. He used to work for the SBU, which is their spy service, and he spent a year piloting drones in Ukraine in the war. He was smart little fucker.
He's great, man. Like,
He's amazing, right?
he's great, man. He is great, man. Like, honestly, he's really, really great. Yeah.
So he's so good that James isn't doing any quanting anymore. He's taken over from James, and James just supervises him. Been really good. And Maurizio, many of you guys know, he runs some of the 100x coin clubs for me. He finds many of these trades too. Maurizio is one of the best traders you'll ever meet in this life. Artem's our new rising star. Artem's got more maths than Maurizio. Maurizio's got more practical experience. Artem learns from Robot James, who's our head of quantitative research. He's an BlackRock trader. He's worked for a bunch of different investment banks. Artem has a master's in mathematics. He's had quite a life. He used to kill Russians with drones. These are the guys that found the trades, and honestly, they're better at it than I do. So they're going to be running weekly calls, then doing the trades live every week on those calls, exactly how I just showed you in today's presentation. So if you follow along, click the exact same buttons they're clicking, at that point, you're basically guaranteed results. It's a literal push button, make money system. Of course, you can always ask any questions you have in the group or in the live calls. To let you in on a little secret, we're launching this group as a little pilot test for a much bigger project I'm working on called Your First Million from Crypto, which is a higher level, more comprehensive, a little bit mathier group aimed at sharing trades that can make millions. But we'll talk more about that once you join the Your First Crypto group, Your First 10K Crypto group. So not only is YF10 designed to give you the mentorship and guidance needed to make your first 10K month from crypto, which is a big milestone. It's a pilot test to give you the skills needed to make your first million later when we open up invitations for our second group. So who's excited to make their first 10K in crypto? Fuck yeah, these trades look like they're all...
Yep, it's looking good, man. They're looking very good.
Are we in profit? Are we in profit on all of them? Are we 5 from 5?
All over. Let me
5 from 5 in profit.
Yep, 5 from 5.
Yeah, share your screen, dude.
So there you go.
5 from 5. We shoot, we score. And you can crank up the leverage as much as you want. Like all these coins that you see on the left, you can do between 3 and 10x leverage on. Like, so, you can run this. You can run this quite hot if you want. These aren't leverage. We're not using leverage right now, but you can use leverage. It's not a big deal. But I personally, I wouldn't walk away from the screen with a leverage trade on. I would sit and watch it. So that's the only thing. If you want to use leverage and make 3 times as much money, you probably want to watch it like a shithawk.
And you have to, and if you do want to do that, then you have to be very good with your execution. Very good. You cannot be as sloppy. You cannot actually do market orders. There's a lot of intricacies to use leverage.
Yeah, I would say for most of you, come to the group within a couple of weeks, you'll understand how much more professional you need to be to use leverage. Okay, so I'm going to open up a special invitation-only discount to the Your First 10K group. When you join before the 17th of December, which is when the first live call will begin, the first live calls are going to be held on Wednesday around 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. EST, which is Thursday mornings for those in Australia and Asia time zones. If you can't make the live call, don't worry. All the trades go out with clear notifications on your phone. You can just get the Hyperliquid app and tap them in. And honestly, it's just as easy to do on a mobile phone. All the call recordings are shared in the group too. Now, if you're doing this, I personally hate having to be at places at certain times. I just live your life normally, get the alert on your phone. If you can make the call, make the call. But if you can't, like, I'm not interrupting a bacon and eggs breakfast to make a fucking trade. I'm sending my order for breakfast, and then while it cooks, I'm placing all 5 trades on my mobile phone, and then I'm putting the phone face down so I can't see it and enjoying my breakfast. You know that life comes first, trading comes second. I think that's important. And all the call recordings are going to be shared in the group. One thing I'll add is this is just a very forgiving and easy trade to do. It's difficult to fuck up. You can be up to 30 minutes early. You can be a few hours late. Barely makes any difference at all. Sometimes you even make more money doing it half-assed. There's a lot of randomness in this, right? As a special one-time launch promo, you're not going to pay the usual price of $9.97 to join. I'm going to give you 50% off that price and let you in at just $497 for 8 weeks. $497.
Scott, your screen. Oh yeah, never mind. Never mind. All good. All good.
All good?
Yeah, all good.
So after the initial 8-week launch, if people are interested and continue, we may open it up as a monthly thing, but to be determined. You're probably not going to need any help by then. Like I can't imagine. Like I can't imagine anyone needing 8 calls to figure this out. Like it's pretty easy. But since it's not set in stone yet, this could be the one and only time we open up this group. It might never be available again once the promo's over. At the very least, I can guarantee that this offer is a one-time launch promotion to get in at 50% off. And, we can't have 10,000 people jumping in because these are small coins and we're going to start pushing them around. Like, it's got to be under 100 people trading this thing. Otherwise it's going to be problematical. So not only are you going to get direct mentorship for 8 weeks from real professional traders, we're also giving you our exact trades, and you'll be making money while you learn on the live calls. You'll also have a community of like-minded people who are all in it to win it together. And trading can be lonely. Trading can hurt your feelings. Trading is a shit thing to do. It's a shit thing to do. Like everybody hurts sometimes. It's good to have a little bro hug here and there. God, I remember being on a call with you at one of the really, really bad crash days. Like it wasn't FTX, but it was one that was as bad as that. And we were both looking at each other and go, "Oh, I sure fucked that up, didn't I?"
Yeah. It's one of those things. Having someone to talk to, and share thoughts, and because the markets changes, they change.
Everybody,
you know what I mean? So it is good, man.
Yeah, to make this a zero risk decision for you, I'm going to give you 30 days to decide whether it's right for you. You're getting a 30-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it, if you think it's not for you, if you think it's too hard, for any reason or no reason at all, you can just get your money back. You can come in, make money from the live trades and calls, and then change your mind. Say, sure, I made money, but it's not for me. I didn't enjoy it. It was stressful or whatever. You can just get your money back. I'll give you a refund, no questions asked. There's a lot of people who say one thing and then do another when it comes to money, and I'm just not one of them. I won't allow that. So again, this is all about making it easy for you to give your first 10K a try without taking any risk. For me personally, this group is kind of a pilot test to see if there is anyone interested in making their first million from crypto, but more on that later. So again, to join your first 10K from crypto, make your first 10K from crypto, you can join today at 50% off and get in for just $497 for 8 weeks instead of the usual $997. And this is the URL to get in. It's op.finrev.ai/YF10. Now, the first call starts on the 17th of December. So if you want to get in at this discounted price, you've got to join before that deadline. Ian's going to post the link in the chat. You can join by clicking that link. I reckon we should take some profit and let's answer some questions. Let's answer some questions. But Ian, Maurizio, do you want to?
Yep.
We're exiting a bit early, so we're cutting ourselves short here. But I want people to see it.
Yep.
Okay.
So there you go. So let's start taking some profits.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So take some profits, motherfucker.
Let's. You can close at market. Let's close at market. Very simple, man. There you go. There you go. Let's close this loser one. We do have a loser. but obviously we haven't finished the window, right? So obviously, more than likely they're going to work.
Less yakking, more clicking. Come on,
Yeah.
let's get out of these motherfuckers.
Don't be
There
a
you
dick for a
go.
tick.
Don't be a dick for a tick.
Come on, man. Come on. All right. So essentially, we started with a positive. So this is the stuff that compounding basis, on an account, it will grow and grow and grow and grow, compounding every single day. Right.
And
So
you could easily have run that 10 times at 3 or 5x leverage, which is what most people are going to do.
Definitely. So, and very, very reliable. The interesting thing is I'm done, man. I can go on halftime. I can go, what I mean?
So you got 4 from 5, and the one that was a loser was a very small loser, right?
Yeah, correct.
Boy, happy days. I mean, and that's not this is not like some amazing result. And we did it live. We didn't cherry pick some like trades that may or may not have happened in the past. Like we could have got in. We could have got in here. Maurizio looks like a cunt. 5 from 5 losers. But you can see he's got the look of a man who's quietly confident.
Oh yeah, man. Because that's the confidence that a systematic trade gives you. And man, I cannot stress that enough. If you haven't traded crypto, you don't know how emotional it gets. You know what I mean? Like, and if you're able to systematically execute a system that it makes you profit consistently on a day-to-day basis, we're gonna have losing days, guys. We are. That there's no system that is 100% perfect, but over time, right? Then the peace of mind that you can actually gather from that stuff is actually great, man. And it's gonna be great days, especially when crypto crashes, because we're shorting the market, right? So there's gonna be days that just you're gonna be like we're gonna be making really good profit. So it's just consistency, right?
I got some questions in here. Is there training on how to find the best trades ourselves? Yeah, we'll tell you how to do it. It's very simple. But honestly, I would like how to find the trades. Maurizio, do you use the automated system or you use the?
No, I use the automated system. It's too hard to actually quantify everything by hand. Scott just show you how to sort of glimpse it in by the 24-hour change. That's the closest thing that you can get, and then you can go and check the volume in each one.
Oh, you could what I mean?
Like
you could vibe code up. You could vibe code up a dashboard pretty easily, I guess. If you've got some AI coding ability, like how long would it take you to replicate this dashboard? Like, and you're a pretty beginner programmer. Like, you could do it in a day, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Yeah. There's no need for that. Are there any days that you don't trade? Like if there's no green candle? No, it's just a weekday trade. What's the ratio of winning to losing trades? Maurizio?
The ratio. Good question. Because we do take the 5, we basically the ratio is not really important because at the end of the day is the profit that you get at the day. Like you're gonna have.
I see.
You're gonna balance it out, right?
So the results look better than they are when you say that.
Correct. So obviously, it's a lot of misguided when you actually see win rate. You can have 85 or 90% win rate, but all of them just win 0.1%, and then the losers lose 99%. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like the win ratio, it is kind of misleading. So what we've done, like, let me just share the. Can we share the spreadsheet in terms of all the trades and stuff like that, Scott? Or?
Yeah, knock yourself out, brother. Have you got it?
Yeah. So this is
there's some good questions here.
Yep.
Scott looks good in an actual shirt.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
Oh, my body's Wonderland. Let me use my hands.
I need drugs now.
Okay. Okay, there's some good questions here. What about when the market is, look over there. What about when the market is in a bull run? This is a really good question. When the market's going up, aren't we going to get fucked by shorting? What happens in a bull run is that people get even more excited heading into the close and they get even dumber with their decisions. This actually works a little bit better in a bull run. Why? Because there's more people this trade is based on people doing stupid things. aping into the hot shit and then it reverting. People do more stupid shit in a bull market. So it actually works a little bit better. What's the criteria for the tokens? We are volatility adjusting the tokens. So we're comparing like for like. Every token has a different volatility, and we're taking the top 5 gainers from 0000 to 2300 GMT or UTC, and we're shorting them and we're holding for between 1 and 3 hours. That's the rule. So it's not a complicated rule. It's not some sort of like super secret, super system, overly complicated thing. It's like the dumbest shit in the world. Can we pay in crypto? Yes. Ian, who does someone have to contact to pay in crypto? What time are the mentor calls? They are when the trade's on, like 2300, I think.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much
just
at
like
this time.
6 p.m. UT, 6 p.m. EST, I think. 6:30 p.m. EST, something like that. 6:30 p.m. EST. Will we learn how to make the list? I can show you if you want, but it's like it's not something you should do. Like honestly, it's not like you should know how, in theory, like if we dropped off the face of the earth, you could make a list, but honestly, it's nothing that I would do. Can we paper trade it first to understand better? This is a very good question, and it's such a good question that I'm going to put my shirt back on. It's just too much naked Scott for one day.
Is that possible?
Don't make me show you my butthole, dude. No, we won't do that to you. It's too early.
Let's draw a line today.
Too early. Sales are going to tank. That was a very good question. Paper trading is like learning how to fuck by watching porn. So what's going to happen is that you're going to get the broad idea right, like this goes in that hole, but you're not actually going to get any understanding of what sex is for, like you're never going to be any good at it for a start. So paper trading is one of those things that's like, it's really cringe. So paper trading is, I don't want to take the risk until I feel certain. But in trading, if your trade is good, you will never ever feel certain about it. The only trades that you feel certain about are ones that you're going to lose. Like I was very certain when Bitcoin hit 125 that we were going to see 250 in short order. I was very certain about that, and I was dead wrong. So, and it's nearly always like that. So you're going to paper trade, and you're not going to get the confidence that you need from it. You're going to learn the wrong things from it. You're going to start to think that you can pick and choose cherries, and you're going to pick the bad cherries. Do you pick and choose at all, Maurizio?
Not at all, man. No, with a systematic trade, man. That's the power of it. The less thing you rely on your decision making, because there's 100% that your decision making is fucked. So I tend not to just think on like the think is being done by us. Like Artem has done an amazing job, so why should I start picking? You know what I mean? Like, so that's, yeah, I don't do with this. The systematic is systematic, period. And if you want to paper trade it, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend it just go ahead and start executing. $50, $100, that's the best learning thing that you could do instead of actually doing like paper trading.
Exactly. So and $100 is plenty for this, right? Like, and you know what? Worst case, if you completely fuck it up, you're going to lose $10. Like, that's a much better thing, guys. We're going to wrap up the questions now. We've taken up enough of your time. Ian's going to drop the link one more time into the chat. Click that link to join your first 10K from Crypto Group today, and we'll get you in ASAP. Again, this is the only time you can get in at $4.97 instead of $9.97. You're covered by our 30-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can come in, have a look around, make the trades, make some money, and then ask for your money back. Like, I don't give a fuck. I won't even hear about it. You're not going to see me on some group later on. I'll say, hey, motherfucker, you ripped us off by us. It's like, you can. If you Pay for it if you think it's worth it. If you don't think it's worth it, God, please ask for your money back. If you decide you try it and don't like it, ask for your money back. Like, just do. Like, why not? You got to get in before the 17th. That's the only thing. So you got a time limit. Links in the chat below on your screen. Thank you, everyone. And thank you. I think this is certainly the best trade we've ever released to the public. Like all excellent trades, it has some downsides. I couldn't put 100,000 people in this trade. I could put 100,000 people in Bitcoin.
Yep, correct.
This is something that would stop working if enough people tried to do it. And that's a good thing, because it usually tells you that the edge is really strong. You know, all the best things are either really competitive with fucking smart cunts doing it who beat you every time, or if they're not competitive, they're pretty ordinary. Like this is a good trade with an exciting return. And the only downside is that probably you could only get $1 million to work in it. Probably.
Yep. Correct.
All right, guys. I think that's everything. Thanks, Ian.
Absolutely awesome. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Artem. Thank you, team, for this Christmas present.
Yeah, I reckon you should do this. I'll see you in there anyway.
Ta-da.